Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a Nigerian academician in the United States of America, Professor Lawal-Oloki, an astounding politician who has today come on to Nigeria to make a change in the polity. Please meet the man, the bridge, and the choice. And now, you are welcome to share from the interview he had on a recent visit to Osun State. Please enjoy it.
On the 1st of January 1914, the northern and southern protectorates of Nigeria were amalgamated and the British Union Jack was hoisted, just completing what people would call complete colonization of Nigeria by Britain.
Yes, it was January 1st, 1914, and by January 1st, 2014, that was 100 years of the Union Jack when it was first hoisted. And it's no good saying again to inform you that Nigeria is in the mood of celebration, because that is what the government has made us to know, that the 100 years of amalgamation will be celebrated, and fixing such for February this year. We've been talking about it, and a lot of reactions have greeted it, even ever since the government mooted the idea of the celebration of the 100th year. We have in the studio somebody who's also a good Nigerian who could also ventilate his ideas about the celebration, especially somebody who has traveled wide, far and near, to know what the practice has been in other countries of the world. He is a professor, and having a professor in the house, you know, is not a small catch. Please, professor.
We introduce you Professor Lawal-Oloki, a United States-based academic and politician. Good morning, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you on the program.
Nice to have you too.
Yes, as a politician and an academic, what crossed your mind ordinarily if you have a topic like this and you have a government so serious about 100 years of celebrations?
I also be live on the Shaitan origin. It is my singular honor to be on this program today to contribute immensely and proactively towards the survival of the country. I feel profoundly delighted to engage myself in supreme and legitimate discussion about the survival of the country. This country was amalgamated 100 years ago, as it were. When you look at the amalgamation was originally put in place without extensive and due recourse to different ethnic nationalities that formed the present-day Nigeria. And a peace built on injustice is a graveyard peace, because those ethnic nationalities were not extensively, were not remarkably consulted. They didn't sit together to determine their survival. That is why we are having a lot of challenges, catalog of challenges militating against Nigeria's growth and monumental survival. That is why the ethnic nationalities, apart from the three major tribes, the Yoruba, the Hausa, and the Igbo. Let me tell you, Hausa and Fulani, they are different ethnic nationalities. Because of political convenience, political gains, Hausa, they take pride in merging themselves with Fulani. Hausa is different from Fulani. Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, Efik, Idoma, Tibi, Shekuris, the South people, the northern and the southern protectorates were merged without extensive consultation, without engaging them in how they want to live together. That is why, till today, this country is deeply divided along tribal sentiment, tribal chauvinism, and religious dogmatism because of the premises that we built the country on. So, the next thing to me is how do we provide workable and lasting panacea to the series of challenges militating against Nigeria growth and monumental development. That is what we need to concern ourselves about now. It's not really about what has been done, okay, but we need to move forward and forge ahead as a country.
All right, Prof. America, Nigeria, we know the part of the two, very different, so to speak. But then, since July 4th, 1776, that American people proclaimed their independence from whatever, this kind of thing, one could say, has never happened prominently. We cannot rule it out. But then, Americans too are not solidly American just like that. We have white Indians, we have American Indians, we have all of them, and they have been able to live together and grow with time. So what is wrong with us?
Thank you so much.
Mind you, it's not Nigeria alone. It happens in Uganda, it happens in Rwanda, Sudan is there.
Thank you so much. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm not against Nigeria as a country. I don't want secession. The greater we are, the better we are.
You are saying the same.
Yes. But what is worrisome, what baffles my mind, what disturbs my mind is we are not living together yet as a nation. We are still living together as a country. That's two different things. Being a nation and being a country, they are mutually exclusive. They're different. Until we practice true federalism, that is what is being practiced in the United States.
Okay.
The United States democracy is the most advanced democracy in the world. If we sincerely want to replicate what is obtainable in the United States, if we genuinely want to practice true federalism, every state must be allowed to move at its pace and contribute to the center. Every state is a confederate unit under federalism. The state is regarded as a confederate unit. The federal government should concern itself with defense and foreign affairs. The state must be allowed to develop, explore and exploit their resources, and translate those resources to reality, to make way for the betterment of their people and for the betterment of the country. It's not the central government, as it were, taking remarkable proportion of our national income at the expense of the state, at the expense of the local government. Every state is a confederate unit that must develop their resources and send certain proportion of the resources to the center. Let the center concern itself more on defense and foreign affairs, because the primary responsibility of government at the center is the safety of lives and properties of the people. That is the primary, the fundamental responsibility of the federal government. Safety of lives and properties of the people, and the safety of lives on our coastal waters. We are not even talking about that. The coastal waters, on daily basis, Nigeria is producing about 2 million barrels of crude oil. Almost half of the 2 million barrels is being lost to oil theft. How do we safeguard our coastal waters? How do we safeguard our borders, our boundaries to curb, like Boko Haram insurgency for that matter, to curb it? We have so many challenges militating against our growth, because until we practice true federalism, those problems will continually and consistently remain with Nigeria. It's high time we thought of what is right to move this country forward, not lip service commitment to moving this country forward. We must display and that ability of practicing true federalism.
Prof, let's look at it this way. Nigeria is 100 years, no doubt about it. Nigeria has passed through these various challenges you have enumerated. Does it worth celebration that we are 100 years?
Thank you. It depends, it's a comparative analysis. To some people, it's worth celebrating. To me, I won't say yes or no. Let me tell you why. Remarkable proportion of people that are running abject penury. Considerable proportion of people that are living in extreme destitution, in abject poverty. People are smiling, the faces are crying. The youth, considerable proportion of youth, they are unemployed or half-employed. That concerns my mind. That disturbs my mind. So until those things are done to fix the challenges we have, to me, I'm not going to pump my one cover to celebrating Nigeria 100 years, because we are 100 years on paper. But let me tell you most sincerely, we are crawling. We are 500 years backward. There is no mechanism of modern society as it were in the country. I'm well traveled. These people are suffering. The hunger is too much. The poverty is unprecedented. People must be taken care of. I want youth to be gainfully employed. I want the aged, the seniors, the vulnerables to be taken care of. The handicaps must be taken care of. The infants must be taken care of. You invest in youth. Investment in youth open up windows of opportunities for them, and it makes them to be meaningful and be able to contribute vitally towards the growth of the economy.
This is apparently your no. Which one is your yes now? Celebration.
To me, that is why I said no. No. You know what? I'm not going to say yes. So if I want to say yes or no, I will say no. To me, it's not worth celebrating. But don't get me wrong, I'm not against Nigeria being together as a country. But I want the government, especially the government at the center, to be more proactive, more responsible, and more responsive to the yearning and aspiration of the people, especially the poor.
So very quickly from the analysis now, I can say that what we are celebrating is an admission of two things: mediocrity on one part, and perhaps efficiency to some extent on the other part. My question is this now: 100 years, so much water has passed under the bridge. Nigeria survived 3 years civil war, which claimed over 2 million lives. Cool here and there. Thank God, democracy is stabilizing. Now, you have mentioned so many problems that we have. Whom do we put the blame? The leaders or the followers?
Thanks so much. Number one, the followers, I'm not going to blame them. I'm also one of the followers. The followers, you know what? They are being impoverished. The followers are suffering. If the leadership gets it right, the followers will align themselves. There is no good follower anywhere. Let me tell you, there is no good follower without right leadership.
Okay.
We need right leadership that will navigate the affair of the country and put the country on the right path. We need government, especially at the center, to display that extraordinary commitment to people and even replicate what is obtainable in state of Osun. So the government in state of Osun is trying on daily basis to put smile on people's face. Why can't federal government replicate that and transform potentials to reality and make things work for the betterment of the country, for the betterment of the people? If things are okay, if poor are being taken care of, if the aged are being taken care of, if youth, let me tell you, you don't assess your success based on the harvest you reap. You assess your success based on the seed you sow.
Okay.
The only way you can sow a seed is by investing in youths.
Okay.
There is no nation that develops in the world without aggressive investment in youth. You invest in youth, you invest in science, technology, and mathematics. We have so many resources buried beneath Nigeria's soil. It takes advanced science and tech to bring those resources and translate them to reality for the monumental transformation of the country. Until we invest in youth, we invest in science tech, we will reform our judiciary, we drastically reduce corruption and kleptocratic leadership, which is the bane of Nigeria development. Nigeria cannot develop. We cannot consistently and continually do the same thing and we expect different results. If people are in poverty, if people are poor, they don't have source of income, they are more likely to go into criminality. They are more likely to steal. They are more likely to go into social vices. That is why you see unprecedented, disturbing level of criminal activities going on in the country. So until those things are done, 100 years of Nigeria to me is not worth celebrating.
Prof, I'd like to thank you for your contributions. But let us, having looked at the first 100 years and this return of assessment, let us look at another 100 years. What reforms we advocate, for instance, since you are a professor and a politician, what political reform will you expect for Nigeria in another 100 years?
Thank you so much. That is a very intelligent question. I commend you for the question. It's a very, very intelligent question. In the next 100 years, I want to see Nigeria of my dream. Next 100 years, none of us is going to be here. I'm not going to be here, of course, next 100 years. So, but I want the present leadership to do what is right for the generation yet unborn, so that they can say, when we were there, we did what was expected of us. They must try to lay a very solid foundation, try to cut corruption. No country in the world can advance, can grow in the midst of corruption and corrupt practices. It's not possible to stop it. Even in the United States there's corruption, but remarkably reduced corruption. If that is done, I want judiciary to be reformed. Judiciary, I want it to be reformed. I want police to be reformed. I want unemployed youths.
Police reformation.
Yes.
What do you advocate should be reformation in the police?
I want people that are intelligent to be recruited. I want unemployed youth to be absorbed in Nigeria police. I want state police or regional police. You can't imagine a Hausa man coming from north and coming to arrest somebody in Osogbo, my hometown. You can't even speak Yoruba and you want to apprehend a criminal. Does that make sense to you? That is not how it is done. In Western world, there is a local police, they call them city police, and there's a state police. Policing is the responsibility of the state. That is why I said we are not practicing true federalism in the country. I want that to be done. I want youth to be invested on. I want our constitution to be looked into.
Obviously, you don't want another ASUU strike.
That is why I said we must display proactive commitment to invest in youth.
Okay.
Yeah. So if those stuff are done, believe you me, the next 100 years is going to be better off. Of course, Nigeria must catch up with advanced world because we are still living 300 years backward. So we need to really display that commitment
so that can be a leap. So, ènìyàn wa nílé tí àwọn Yorùbá ọdún tí àwọn òyìnbó tí wọ́n ti pa apá àríwá àti gúúsù ilẹ̀ yìí tí wọ́n papọ̀ tó di ẹyọ kan tí Nàìjíríà sì jẹ́ Nàìjíríà ní ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kìíní ọdún 1914. Eléyìí ni ohun tí a gbé yẹ̀wò. Àlejò wa lórí ètò àwọn ni ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Adékúnlé Lawal-Oloki tí wọ́n fi ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà ṣe ibùjókòó àti ibùṣiṣẹ́. Olùkọ́ àgbà ni wọ́n dẹ̀ tún jẹ́ olóṣèlú. Ẹ ṣe ẹkùn látàwọn.
Ẹ ṣe olóòtú.
Ẹ ṣe ọ̀pẹ gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa.
Orúkọ ẹni nìjánu ẹni nígbà tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ bu ní sí
ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n lè sọ Yorùbá abẹ́ ṣe kíwà tóyìn tabaníkàwò nígbà tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ọgọ́rùn-ún ọdún ó pé àì bẹ́ẹ̀ ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kìíní ọdún 1914 ni wọ́n so òkè ọya àti ìsàlẹ̀ ẹ̀dùn sójú kan àwọn ìbò lẹ́gẹ̀ẹ́sì wọ́n gbé àṣà wọn bẹ̀ pé àwọn náà níbí ọgọ́rùn-ún ọdún tí wàá lọ báyìí tóyìn ìwọ gan láàrin ọgọ́rùn-ún ọdún ló wà lè gbọ́dọ̀ wà ní ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n náà wà ẹbí olùsèrí sí yín.
ẹ ṣe olóòtú
papọ̀ ọgọ́rùn-ún ọdún o.
ipa gbé apẹ ọgọ́rùn-ún ọdún inú mi dùn ipa pé ọgọ́rùn-ún ọdún ìgbọ́n ọgọ́rùn-ún ọdún tá a pé náà ẹ wo àwọn gúúsù apá gúúsù nígbà yìí àti àwọn àríwá àwọn òkè ọya lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn northern protectorate ẹ̀rí pé nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ láti amalgamation wa ti Samuel Lugard tí wọ́n ṣe 100 years ago nígbà tó fẹ́ sọ pé tó fẹ́ fún wa àjọ jókòó láti sọ àwọn ẹ̀yà mẹ́yẹ oríṣiríṣi ló wà nínú Nàìjíríà ìlà oòrùn ìwọ̀ oòrùn gúúsù àríwá tá bá wo àwọn èdè tó wà ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà èdè Yorùbá èdè Haúsá èdè Ìgbò èdè àwọn Fúlàní òun ṣàwúsá Fúlàní òun ṣàwúsá nítorí ẹ̀tàn jẹ tí àwọn Haúsá bá fẹ́ gba nǹkan lọ́wọ́ wa wọ́n á ní Fúlàní ara wọn tó bá fẹ́ gba nǹkan lọ́wọ́ ara wọn wọ́n á ní Fúlàní òṣàrà wọn Fúlàní òṣàwúsá àwọn Haúsá ó tún lo ẹ̀tàn jẹ wọ́n gba Ìlọrin wọ́n gba Kogi wọ́n ṣara Haúsá Plateau Niger wọ́n ṣara Haúsá Nasarawa wọ́n ṣara Haúsá kẹ́ẹ̀bá òwe dáadáa Haúsá gan kéré nítorí ẹ̀tàn jẹ agbára ọgbọ́n àlùmọ̀kọ́rọ́ yìí ìwọ̀n ìyẹn ni wọ́n fi parapọ̀ àjọra wa èdè wa kò yẹra wa àwọn ilẹ̀ Ìgbò àwọn south àwọn efik àwọn ṣẹ̀kírì tó ti ń wa epo gbogbo wọn ẹ̀yà mẹ́yà oríṣiríṣi ló wà so nígbà tá a bá fẹ́ wá papọ̀ lọ́gọ́rùn ọdún sẹ́yìn ó yẹ ká jọ sọ̀rọ̀ àìsọ̀rọ̀ ní abúkọ ẹ̀rọ wọn lókè ló ń wò wọn wò sálẹ̀ àìjọ sọ̀rọ̀ ńgbà yẹn ló fà á tí gbogbo wàhálà yìí tó fi ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ayé ìsìn so ìyẹn la fi ń rí gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe bọ̀ nísìn ìyẹn di àtúngún ọbẹ̀ ó di àtúnṣe àní ká dàrú gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè inú mi dùn ipa wà àjẹ orílẹ̀-èdè báwo la ṣe fẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú òun gbọ́gbọ́n lóye ká máa sọ báyìí.
gbogbo tẹ̀sán ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ló ṣe rí ṣùgbọ́n ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà tó bàbá yẹn fi máa ń ṣe àpèjúwe gbogbo wọn náà kọ́ lè dé wọn papọ̀ àwọn ẹ̀yà ó ṣe rọrùn fáwọn tó ṣe nira ń bìbà.
ó rọrùn fún wọn nítorí pé federalism ìjọba àyálò Amẹ́ríkà òun là ń lò ní Nàìjíríà àwọn adarí wa ń bí pàápàá jùlọ ní ìjọba àpapọ̀ wọn ò ṣe é dáadáa bí wọ́n ṣe yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe é àwọn nǹkan àlùmọ́nì nǹkan ọrọ̀ ajé tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan ló yẹ káwọn ìpínlẹ̀ lò láti lè jẹ́ kí ìlú wọn kó ní ìtẹ̀síwájú láti lè jẹ́ kí ìlú wọn kó ní ìdàgbàsókè ó lè wá Òṣogbo kó o mú góòjì lóṣogbo owó góòjì kó lọ máa ná fún wọn ní Kánò ó lè mú owó diamond nìbàdàn kó lọ máa ná fún wọn ní Màdúgùrí owó ìlú ẹ jẹ́ kó dúró sí ìlú káwọn ìlú kí wọ́n panupọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìjọba pé èlé wa fẹ́ máa fún ìjọba àpapọ̀ o èyí tó yẹ kó jẹ́ ojúṣe ìjọba àpapọ̀ ní pé defence and foreign affairs ní pé a ṣe máa dáàbò bo ìlú ìyẹn ni true federalism.
ẹ̀lú ẹ̀ kojúmọ́.
làwọn ọ̀làlóyè lọ́kọ̀ọ̀kan ní.
ẹ mọ̀ ṣeun.
ó bí bàbá wa ẹgbẹ́ láti ti ṣe jù ẹ. làákàyè wọn ní ìtàrú. ilé ìwé wa dùn ó tó bá yòókù ní wọ́n lè bá tó rí ìgbẹ́kọ̀ ìgbà ẹgbẹ́ ti dáná kàtàlẹ́ ní. ìgbà náà ló dé gbà kàrá nìkan ní ìwà ẹ̀. ẹ dákun kí lọ́nà àbáyọ ẹgbẹ́ mi kọ́kọ́ mú ìrọ̀lẹ́ tèmi wá. ó rí pé ẹgbẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀sán wa ààbò wà bẹ́ẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
wọ́n ní nìkan ní bí olóògùn rẹ̀ kí ló ń bá ṣe pépé.
àtúbọ̀ yìí padà.
àwọn gómìnà káàkiri ìpínlẹ̀ tí wọ́n pàṣẹ fún wọn ẹni tí ò bá wá àpò fún ìpínlẹ̀ tí ó gbọ́ pé òun fi ológun wọn pèlè.
ẹ ṣeun.
tí wọ́n pàṣẹ fún àbúrò kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti wọ àbúrò tó ti tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ láti lórílẹ̀-èdè wọn wọ́n àbúrò ní kókó ní pàtàkì lọ́wọ́ báyìí ẹ̀sìn ní pé kí wọ́n mọ ọlọ́mọdé ètò sọ́gbọ̀n ní ọgbẹ́dẹ̀ kan tó yẹ ní òdédé ìlà ìlera wa ìlú òwe kékeré ilé ẹ̀kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ìfẹ́ àpọ̀ ìlú ìlera àgbàgbọ́lé ọ̀nà àbáyọ tẹ̀lé ní kí wọ́n mú ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ lọ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló kọ̀ sí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tẹ̀lé.
ẹ jẹ́ ká wo ìmọ̀ràn tí alàgbà Sùlẹ́mọ̀ Ọláníyì gbà wá àti ọlọ́pàá ẹlẹ́kùnjẹkùn.
ọlọ́pàá ẹlẹ́kùnjẹkùn ó ṣeé ṣe
ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ yín.
ṣùgbọ́n bí a ṣe ṣe ni pé àkọ́kọ́ review constitution ìyẹn òfin because gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá ń ṣe òfin la gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣe a gbọ́dọ̀ review constitution pé ká tún òfin yẹn ká tún gbé yẹ̀wò àwa fi ọlọ́pàá agbègbè àbí ẹkùnjẹkùn àfisì. ìkejì ni pé kí ajẹ́kíṣẹ́ wà nílùú ẹni tí náà bá dùn tẹ́bí bá ń pa tó bá rí ìbọn á gbé o ẹ má jà pa wá jẹ kò sí ọlọ́pàá ẹyọ kan àbọ̀ ọlọ́pàá 100 kò lè arrest ẹni tí yà ń jẹ o òkun níyàn fi ń gbé títa tó bá bá jẹ́ kíṣẹ́ wà ọrọ̀ ajé kó gbèrú ìlọsíwájú kó wà ìdàgbàsókè kó wà àwọn ọ̀dọ́ kó ríṣẹ́ àwọn arúgbó kó máa gbowó àjẹmọ́nú bìkọ́ àwọn arúgbó agbọ́dọ̀ máa tọ́jú wọn owó wà láti tọ́jú wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ àti ìlera tí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá ti wà ẹ rí pé àwọn wípé à ń jalè o à ń gbébọn á dínkù owó tíjọba á ná sí defence àbí security kò ní pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ nítorí péjọba ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kán ṣe. tínú tálákà ò bá dùn olówó ò ní sinmi o tínú tálákà ò bá ti dùn olówó kò ní sinmi nítorí pé àwọn tálákà yẹn á lọ polówó ẹ mọ́lé so àwọn tó jẹ́ adarí wa ní ìjọba wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ fún àwọn tí yà ń jẹ.
ẹ jẹ́ kí ẹ já wọ́n pọ̀ náà. hello ẹ tún kò nídìí ẹ̀rọ tẹlifíṣàn yín kẹ́ wàá máa gbọ́ wa lórí fóònù.
ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n wa wí yẹn títí táwọn alágbàdà tàbí àdúró títí táwọn náà bá tó bá ti dìde wípé gbogbo ìpinnu náà ni ti káwọn ìgbàgbọ́ tó káwọn náà káwọn náà fi máa fọlọ́ gbé tẹ̀ kí ni èrò àwọn ọ̀dà ṣe tí wọ́n ní ipò.
ẹ ṣe rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn nítorí pé àwọn tí wọ́n ní epo tó náà fẹ́ benefit nígbà wọn ló répo owó kòkó ló fi tọ́jú epo náà owó kòkó nígbà táwọn òyìnbó wà ní before independence kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ epo nígbà tí a gbọ́ òmìnira ni ó rí epo gbọ́ wá lóko epo jẹ kókó ní pé ó rí epo ìkọ̀kọ̀ la ti ń jẹ ṣòye yìí sì ni wọ́n sọ pé tí a bá rí nínú ìdá mẹ́jọ nínú ìdá mẹ́rin owó tó ń wọlé sí nàìjíríà ìdí epo la ti ń rí àwọn ìjọba wọn ò ṣe nǹkan láti lè jẹ́ kí àwọn ilé ìwé pè ní diversification of economy kí wọ́n diversify kí ètò ọrọ̀ ajé kó tún gbòòrò bí wọ́n ti fowó
wá epo kan fowó epo wá nǹkan mi.
àdàfún tó bá jẹ́ kí àwọn ọrọ̀ ajé ibi tí wọ́n ti ń rí owó kó pọ̀ sí tó bá pọ̀ sí ẹ rí pé àwọn tó lépo gan kẹ́ tó mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ epo gan ò ní jẹ́ kankan mọ́ because àti rí ìkó ẹ̀mí ìbomi àti rí ìkó ẹ̀mí ìbomi àti rí ìkó so àti rí káàkiri tó bá jẹ́ pé every state ni wọ́n gbà táwọn practice through federalism táwọn ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ tí wọ́n fún wọn ní agbára láti wá nǹkan tó bá ní agbègbè wọn láti lo
olówó epo ní ìsìn wọ́n fi wá góòdù tó wà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
adàfún yín
ó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ góòdù wà.
ní Nàìjíríà a ní gold a ní diamond a ní kimberlite a ní tin a ní a lot ta ní gbogbo ẹ̀ a ṣe nǹkan kan sí inú agric tá à ń ṣe náà iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn wọ́n á invest owó sí agric and agro-allied businesses àwọn tó ń ṣe fertilizer àwọn tó ń ṣe oúnjẹ ìdìyẹ àwọn tó ń ṣe gbá tó ń ṣàyè owó àwọlé ká tó ní epo Nàìjíríà ń sọ̀rọ̀ àìná.
ó túbọ̀ sí ẹ̀ka lọ́wọ́.
I think what we need Nigeria is due for revolution. We need a benevolent dictatorship as our leader.
ṣe ti mo sọ sí so owó epo àwọn tó ní epo wọ́n á máa gbowó wọn bọ̀ àwọn náà máa fowó ránṣẹ́ sí ìjọba àpapọ̀.
ó túmọ̀ sí pé tẹ̀sán túmọ̀ sí pé àwọn tí a fẹ́ dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ ajé orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ó yẹ ká mọ ìtàn bá a ti débi epo.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ọmọ jẹ pé tọ́lá bá di ko wọn mú nígbà táwọn òdi koko wá.
federalism kì í ṣe pé kó oníkálukú di ìpò ẹ̀mí pátápátá kò ń ṣe absolute control.
ó jọ̀wọ́ díẹ̀
ní ok orí nǹkan mẹ́wàá lọ́wọ́ àjọ wa as a country èmi ní nǹkan mẹ́ta lọ́wọ́ tẹ́yìn bá ní nǹkan mẹ́wàá tẹ́yìn bá ní nǹkan mẹ́ta nínú mẹ́wàá tí ẹ fún wa ní méje àbí mẹ́fà èyí tẹ́ ẹ ní ẹ máa fi ṣàǹfààní ara yín so àwọn tí wọn ò ní á fún wọn ní kóríyá á lè tún fún wọn ní pé ìpèníjà láti ṣiṣẹ́ láti wá nǹkan ọrọ̀ ajé tí wọ́n lè fi jẹ́ kí ìlú wọn tó tẹ̀síwájú.
ipò tí a máa gbà báyìí nítorí àkókò. hello.
ó ti já.
táwa ní ká àwọn aṣíwájú àbáwọ̀ ọmọ.
mo ti sọ.
ẹ jẹ́ àwò náà. hello.
Yeah, good morning, sir. I'm very happy to work this morning.
Okay, thank you.
To survey the progress of the Lord and I want to say that the situation in Nigeria is that make somebody like that to look at dollars and mistakes. So sometimes we have to look at where the congregation of our existence that in my life I want to say that Nigeria has found through lot of challenges that we have survived.
Okay.
Yeah, based on that, I want to say that we are actually prepared to celebrate our purpose.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Council, for your contribution. On the final analysis. Your opinion. You have been taking these reactions, and is it constitutional conference? Is it national conference? Is it restructuring?
I believe in talking. There's no problem in talking. I mean, nobody can discountenance that. Okay. Do we need sovereign national conference? I would say it's yes, but do we have government at the center that has that political will to implement the outcome of this conference? Can we sincerely and genuinely trust this administration? A lot of committees in the past have been set up with resolution. Did they make use of those resolutions for the betterment of the people? So that is why this conference to me is, when you even look at the timing of the conference, to me is for a political gain. People should be very, very careful. They need to be wary. They must not fall to the antics of this incumbent administration, because I don't trust this federal government, that the government has the strong political will that is necessary to implement the outcome of sovereign national conference. It's political. It's not really a genuine sovereign national conference.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to say that it's been very homely discussion and frank. And contributors who called in, we'd like to thank you.
So far, it's been so good. 3 hours we told you earlier on that you would never regret that you stayed with us on Saturday morning treats today.
The 135th edition.
Oluwatoyin Yusuf is my name. So much thanks to our producer Jola Adegbarola, the assistant producer Kola Adeninja, and of course the production advisor Abimbola Babatunde. Our cameraman the DTR MCR president, of course, the graphics man, up till the transmitters. Who else do you want to thank?
My name is Jamie Olagala. People are the TriCaster, and people stay glued to their TV sets to watch us on today's edition. I also like to thank our guest, the Commissioner for Information Strategy was there. Beautiful contribution. Malam Bashir Olasomi was also here. Good analysis on religion. And we have Professor Lawal-Oloki, an American, like Otaliman said, that he thought he would not be able to speak Yoruba to us. I would like to thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice meeting you guys. Nice having me on the program. Thank you.
Until another Saturday, when it's going to be 3 hours for Saturday morning treat. Another team will be here, but I can assure you that the content will also get improved.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. Good morning.